Versus Everybody podcast, episode number 5. Hey, got a big time guest, man. Coach Brooks, how you doing?
Good.
Coach Pierre Brooks. He's the head coach for Frederick Douglas Academy. Our relationship, how I met him, he was the assistant coach for Martin Luther King High School. I seen him at my brother 8th grade championship game. My brother had played. He put up like 20 something points that game. They lost, but the funny thing about it, after the game, everybody was coming up to him, talking to him. Nobody even was paying attention to the team that actually won the championship. And that's when you guys' relationship started from there, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So what did you see, as a young 8th grader, Malcolm Sterling, that made you want to pick him up for the team?
Malcolm had the it factor. I would say, like, he kind of stood out with his quickness, his strength, and I think what separates him most out of anybody that I recruited, well, damn, should I say recruit? That I was looking at was the fact that he had a hell of an IQ. He knew who to get the ball to. He had great fundamentals. Yeah. As an 8th grader, so I just saw something in him. Like I said, he had that it factor. Yeah. And
the funny thing about him, man, is like he started so young, but cause he was like a little chubby fat kid. We was calling him like a little mellow and stuff like that, like 5th, 6th grade. Yeah. So when 7th, 8th grade came, and I'm like, damn, Malcolm getting tall. Like he could move, he can handle the ball. And once I see him get past me a couple times, I'm like, I might need to, throw my hoop drinks away.
Right.
Yeah, because he definitely had IQ. He definitely, was a team type player. But I think that just was a part of us, beating him down outside. Yeah. Because that's when kids were really playing outside all the time. So for the most part, he was always playing against kids that was older or grown people for the most part outside. Right. So before we get into your whole coaching history and your relationship with Malcolm and King and everything, what was your start like as far as coming up? Where you grew up at, East Side, West Side?
It's funny you mentioned that. Like, I grew up on the Lower East Side, Jefferson Chalmers area off Lakewood.
Yeah.
And I grew up playing on the playgrounds at Lakewood Park.
Yeah.
So I had 5 older brothers.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I kind of learned the ropes from them, from the basketball. None of them played organized basketball, but through their passion and love for the game, it kind of made me, you know what I'm saying, want to have a good career in baskall. But my career definitely started on the playground. Okay. And
me and my cousin. Yeah. Oh, sorry, cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say I never played organized basketball until the 10th grade, though.
Oh, really?
Which is a funny thing.
So no middle school.
No middle school basketball. I was actually cut.
Yeah.
From my 9th grade year. I was like 5'10", little fat dude. And I was cut, man, and it like devastated me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my grades dropped and everything. And man. It was kind of crazy,
Yeah, that's crazy that you say that, man, because like me and my cousin was talking about that, about how like the kids nowadays, every kid's in the gym, every kid's training. And that's good because, you don't want to always play outside, but that outside ball kind of built your toughness, where you got your heart from. If you couldn't call fouls, you get beat down, you get pushed, you call foul, it might end up in a fight. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to even play on that court again.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you'd be labeled as a soft kid. Yeah. So you grew up 2 parents, both parents at home?
Both parents at home. Kind of a unique situation. My mom is actually from France.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, my mom is from France and my dad is from Mac and Bewick.
Oh, yeah.
My dad was in the military and he went to France, on a military duty and met my mom.
Met your mom.
He brought her back here, and they had 7 children. So
okay, so you got 5 brothers and you got one sister?
Yeah.
Oh man, so I know it's tough for her.
1 sister. Yeah.
She couldn't bring
She was the older one, so she like kind of was our protector. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, so you said you didn't start playing until 9th or 10th grade, so it was never. Did you play AAU ball back then?
Didn't play AAU basketball. I really didn't know what AAU basketball was. They had 1300 Bobian.
Okay.
Where all the ball players went to go play down there in that area. And it was Team Michigan, but you had to be the best of the best
to play
on that Team Michigan team. You know what I'm saying? So
because I didn't really know about AAU until Malcolm was playing. Malcolm was playing for Run and Gun, RG All Stars. Coach Quick.
Coach Quick.
That's the Coach Quick was when I watching Coach Quick made me like, dang, maybe I could coach in the future because Coach Quick could come pick everybody up in his little van, and Coach Quick was like the truth as a coach, man. That AAU program back then, all you knew about Super Friends, RG All Stars, and the Family. Yeah, those are the only AAU teams I really knew about back then. And like the only reason why I knew about it was because of Malcolm. He was playing, and by that time it was kind of too late for me to start playing. I'm like 16. So you say you didn't play middle school? You got cut 9th grade. Well, what high school did you attend?
I attended King.
King
High School. So my 9th grade year, I got cut. Grades dropped. I was skipping school. I mean, it was like bad. So going into my 10th grade year, I had like a 5-inch growth spurt. So I went from 5'10" to like 6'3" over the summer. And the funny thing is, they had a hell of a budget cut in DPS, and they took away JV basketball.
Oh, okay.
But my mentor and my coach, you know, he started a JV program at Franklin Wright Settlement.
Okay, yeah.
And, you know, I just wanted to be a part of the team. So I actually asked the head coach, which is Alvin Ward. I said, Coach, whatever I can do with the varsity. I was like, you know, I'll be the team manager. You need me to sweep the floor. I just want to be a part of the program.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And I was like the water boy. Yeah. I was the water boy. Year. This is my 10th grade year. Yeah. And, you know, one game I was keeping the camera. Filming the motherfucking game, man. I was filming the game, and the Skip Willis, who I told you was, you know, the JV coach. Yeah. He was like I guess the neighborhood, you know, mentor. Everybody looked up to him.
Everybody went to.
You know, he was like, big fella, what the hell you doing on the damn camera? He said, tomorrow have your ass at the Franklin Wright Settlement. And that kind of started my, you know, basketball career. So I would walk across the graveyard to Franklin Settlement after school, practice with them. And then by that time, I would walk back the King and help out with practice, and sometimes I would practice with the varsity.
Oh man, so you was determined then, man. Yeah. See, a lot of kids aren't like that nowadays, man. They just expect to be, you know, handed the job, handed the position, and not, you know, willing to put that hard work in and stuff like that. And it's funny as you say about your grades was down. You felt like if you was playing that first year, your grades would have been up to par.
Most definitely. Yeah, that was my motivating factor playing basketball in terms of my grades. And
I tell kids that a lot, man, because my 9th and 10th grade year, I was at Grosse Pointe North, but I got kicked out due to me moving back to the city. And I was playing basketball. Grades wasn't the best, but it was good enough to play. And you know how it is, Detroit public schools, for the most part, they kind of had their team already picked before tryouts even start. So it had like 40 people trying out for one spot. And of course, I'm only 5'8", so he gave it to a taller guy. And as soon as that happened, my grades went from like a 2.7 to like a 1.4. It's like it just dropped hard.
Same thing with me. I was at like a 1.5, 1.6. And once I started playing, I had like a 2.8.
Yeah. I mean, it's messed up, but that's the motivation factor and stuff right there is, you know, sports sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, kids thinking that sports going to, you know, get them out the neighborhood and take care of their families and, you know, their brothers and sisters. So you was playing at the Franklin Wright. You was coming back, working out with the varsity. When did you actually play on the varsity team? Like, was it that year or the following?
No. I played JV that year at the Franklin. They had the league with all the teams came up there. So Skip organized that.
How was your game with the JV? Like,
it was good. I was like, you know, I was like a big man at that time, still developing my overall game. So I was used primarily as a power forward, center type player. So I ended up starting on JV that year, which is a good accomplishment.
Yeah, most definitely.
And my best game on JV that year, my dad came to one game my whole basketball career.
Oh, man.
So he came to that one game, my JV year.
And you went off.
And I went crazy.
Do you remember the team you played against?
Nah.
Oh, but you just know you went crazy.
I just know I went crazy that game.
Man. It's funny because Malcolm, when he was playing with you guys, my mom was working afternoons. And even though it's freshman year, you know, freshmen really don't get that much playing time. Me and Q, my uncle, we came to every game. I'm like, damn, I could use this $5 for hot ready.
Right.
You know, but like if you go to them suburban schools, no matter if the kid's getting 0 minutes or all the minutes, parents are there supporting every time. And that play a big factor, man.
That make a big difference.
Yeah. Because like for the most part, if a parent know their kid ain't playing that much, they won't even come just because of that. Or if their kid not that good.
Yeah. I could see a difference in my players when their parents come.
Yeah.
You know, they have a little bit more effort and in tune to what's going on in the game. Yeah.
So 10th grade, you on the team, you starting, you getting better. 11th grade, what happened?
11th grade year, played St. Cecilia all summer, worked on my game.
Yeah.
Got some strength shoes. You know what strength shoes are?
well.
I got some strength shoes, worked on my athleticism, you know, worked on my ball handling, you know, and made varsity my junior year.
Okay. So how was those 2 years on varsity at King? Like, and who was the competition back then as far as?
Man, arguably, I think my junior and senior year, it was probably the most competitive years in the PSL, you know, because that was the year Jalen Rose, Howard Isley.
Oh, yeah, with Southwestern.
You know, we played Country Day with Chris Webber.
Oh, so you played against my cousin then. My cousin played for Bishop Borges, Sean Respert.
Sean Respert. I knew Sean Respert, but we didn't play against him.
Yeah. That's my mom's first cousin. Yeah. Went to Michigan State, him and Eric
He played some years in the league, too.
Yeah. Right now, he, Bucks Toronto a little bit with Phoenix. And he went overseas.
And he doing some front office
work. Yeah, right now he worked with Chicago Bulls. Yeah. So he been kind of busting up.
I met him 2 weeks ago in Chicago because my son was on a visit to Northwestern, and Doug Collins is the coach there, son or whatever.
Okay.
So he actually took us on a tour of the practice facility. We went over to the United Arena and we actually met.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen him, but that's my cousin. Yeah, but I always, even though he went to Michigan State, I was always a Michigan fan. Jay Rose was my favorite player coming from Detroit and stuff. Yeah. So those 2 years, man, how you felt like your game evolved, and was you getting looks from different colleges or anything like that?
I think that you know, I was a pretty decent player for my size. You know, I was like, I think I had a skill set, you know, developing, like I could handle the ball. Many people call me a point guard and a big man body or what have you. But, you know, they use me primarily as a center. Just rebound, you know, if we can, we'll give it to you in the post.
So it's kind of stop what you can really, like, be overall.
Yeah. But, you know, I got looks from Butler, UAD.
Okay.
You know, playing at St. Cecilia, it was a good experience because college coaches was in that boy
all the
looking
time
for talent. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good experience. So, you know, I would get literature from different colleges or what have you.
So you feel like your high school career, can you say you was kind of disappointed in a way?
I wasn't disappointed in it. I think I could have probably flourished a little bit more, but I think that was just the times.
Yeah.
You know, big man.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't no stretch fours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody was shooting no threes.
So I just, you know, played the role that I was given, and you know, I thought I did pretty good in the role I was given at that time. You know.
Yeah, because like I said, back then that talent wise, because it wasn't for Sean Leonard. He from the
Sean Leonard.
Yeah.
He played. Yep.
And then,
so we had a good high school team. I mean, like 4 out of the 5 guys that started played Division I basketball.
Okay.
But you know, we lost by 30 to Southwestern in the district playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you guys city championships, state championships? Did you guys make it pretty deep in there?
We didn't go too far. I think we finished like 2nd in the league.
Okay. Yeah.
We usually lost in the 2nd round in the city playoffs or something like that.
Yeah. That was because Jay Rose, that team, man, he was. I remember just hearing him talk about how good that team was. So that's another question, man. As far as like, you know, Jay Rose went to a city school, and C. Will went to a suburban school. How do you look at the two? Like, do you think it's tougher coming from the city? Because a lot of times college coaches, from what I see, they travel to the suburbs to find talent. Right, you see, like Jay Rose talking about how like Duke would never look at it play like him. Yeah,
I look at it a little different now, but back then we thought Chris Webber was soft, and because he went to Country Day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So guys that went to, you know, the Catholic schools or the suburban schools, we looked at kind of differently as weak because, you know, the adversities that we had to deal with and the toughness that we had to deal with on it, you know, nightly basis with the PSL was totally different. So we looked at them guys somewhat differently.
Yeah, because even when I was, I remember my years at Southeastern watching the PSL talent, it was some good talent because you had Deion Harris, Manny Harris, Brandon Jennings, Walter Waters, you had some, and like to play in Detroit, man, you had to be a dog kind of.
Most definitely.
I mean, I don't know how it is now. I see some games here and there, but back then, like you had to be a beast to even compete with the teams.
Yeah, it's a little different now. you could argue it's not the same talent level, but they've been saying that for years. Even when I was playing, they were saying it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think as you get older, they say like the pass is always harder.
So you got good players at King, you got good players at Cass. You know, it's just a matter of the expectations that you have like from years past with the PSL. You know what I'm saying? But,
yeah. All right, so you done with King? You play college ball?
Played college ball. I went to University of Louisville out of high school.
Okay.
I went there, wasn't prepared though.
Yeah.
Academically or basketball.
So it was a challenge for you?
It was a challenge for me. My brother lived down there, so he had to hook up with the coaches or whatever. And I thought it would be good because my brother was down there and he, did a good job of helping me out or what have you. But I wasn't ready for that level at that time. They had two guys. They had Dwayne Morton. They had Greg Minor that was playing in front of me. Both of them guys went to the NBA.
Yeah, Greg Minor.
And so I stayed there for a year. It was a social adjustment too. I had a white roommate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a biology class with 300 kids in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a social adjustment, and I didn't do well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you finish off there, or you wanted to transfer?
No, I ended up transferring to junior college with my coach Skip Willis. I was telling you about. Yeah. He actually became the head coach at Highland Park Community College, and he was trying to get me to come there my freshman year. But we all had them high aspirations. I'm D1, I can do this, I can do that. So I was like, nah, coach, I'm gonna go. Yeah. To Louisville, and I was thinking like, nah, I let him down. I didn't come. You know what I'm saying? So when I left there, he was like, come on, big fella, you can come on home. You can come on with me, and we'll get it together. You know what I'm saying? We end up winning the state championship at Highland Park.
And you finished your college there?
I got my associates. I got my associates from Highland Park. Won the state championships. We developed some great relationships. Had a guy named Andre Gregory on his team. He was 27 years old.
Wow, yeah.
He did like a little big in Jackson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And when he started practicing with us at the Franklin, he had the tether on and everything. But my man was out cold. I mean, he led the state in rebounding, scoring. You know what I'm saying? He was a grown man. So playing against this guy every night, man, or practicing against him and developing a relationship with him and learning stuff from him was a great experience.
Yeah, got you stronger. Like you said, you playing a grown man.
We had some dogs on that team. We had Kenny Patterson, who had played for Northern.
Okay.
He was a dog, man. He rebounded, scored real well. So
yeah. So was coming out of high school was like everybody have a dream to play for the NBA. I don't know if people was even thinking about overseas back then like how they do now.
Oh no.
Was the league like in your vision, like you like, man, I'm gonna make the league? Or
the moment I started playing basketball, I knew I was gonna be an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? That was my aspiration because I used to compare myself. I'm like, I could check Jordan. I used to have that in my mind. Like I look back on it, like how the fuck did you think like that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's just the way I thought that I was gonna make it to the league one way or the other. You know
for sure.
That was and I think that was most of my counterparts' aspirations too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, league, like you said, you had a growth spurt from. You grew, what you said, how many, 5 inches?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that same one. I went from 5'2" to 5'8". So in 9th grade, I go walk in high school, it's 5'2". Right. And in 10th grade, I'm 5'8". Like, oh, man, I got to be at least 6'1". Still 5'8", dog.
Right. Yeah.
Disappointed. So you say you won the state championship at Highland Park Community College. Yeah. Did you transfer to
I transferred to HBCU at Lane College.
Okay.
And...
So how was that experience at HBCU?
It was wonderful, man. It was a family atmosphere, small colleges, maybe 3,000 students there. Everybody knew each other. Yeah. The professors really cared about you, knew your name. Yeah. So I flourished in that environment,
Yeah, cause my brother, he went to, my older brother went to Dillard in New Orleans. Yeah. So it was like, cause that's a division what?
Division 2.
Division 2 school? Yeah. So how was your playing career there?
It was good. I was playing at the Franklin, man. Franklin Wright Settlements was big for my development, career. Man. Yep. But I was playing there, and I didn't really get a whole lot of looks after playing at Highland Park. But it was a guy came home, DeMarco Thurman. He was playing at Lane at the time. Okay. And we was going at it. You know what I'm saying? And he called back to the coach at Lane. He's like, man, this is this big fella, man. He can go. He can shoot it.
Yeah.
He can, rebound. He can dribble the ball. He was like, man, y'all need to check him out.
Yeah.
So this based on his word alone, the guy that was already there, and he probably would have to share minutes with me.
Yeah.
He called the coach. Coach called me. It's like, yeah, we interested, big fella. And then they sent a guy down that was the assistant coach.
Okay.
And he was like a student assistant or what have you. His name is Gary Bell.
Mm-hmm.
And he came visit me at my home. Was like, man, we're going to offer you a scholarship. Just based on DeMarco's
word of mouth,
word of mouth, you know what I'm saying? So
man.
that was a blessing, man, because it was like, shit, it was like May.
Okay, yeah.
It was like May. It was like, you know what I'm saying? I was probably about to go to Wayne State, like this be a regular, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, end up going down there and having a great experience. Got my degree. Yep.
Do you feel like, because I heard a conversation on ESPN, like, you know how a lot of kids right now are coming out of high school and going overseas or might go to the G League. Do you ever feel like a top recruit or go to a HBCU school?
That's interesting.
Because like my thing is all the money that they imagine if a Zion Williamson went to a, you know what I'm saying, a black college, like all the money that get put into those colleges and stuff. Do you ever feel like somebody would make that decision? I
don't know if they would, but I think it would be groundbreaking. You know, I can't remember his name, but a top recruit went to Howard a few weeks ago on a visit.
Yeah.
And you know,
because imagine like how you know how Kentucky be all those freshmen come. Imagine 5 beast dog freshmen go to a all black school. How crazy that would
generate
be. Like,
the funds for
that would change everything.
Yeah, people would start looking at it. I think, like I said, I think that would be groundbreaking if somebody was to take a stance like that.
Yeah.
I actually talked about it with my son. You know,
because right now it really like you don't have to worry about going to those Dukes or those North Carolinas to get looks. They gonna find you if you putting the work out. Like you see LaMelo Ball, he over there, and RJ.
And it's
Hampton.
Division I schools, in with the black colleges. Howard, Tennessee State.
Yeah.
Morgan State.
Yeah. So it's like I said, because that's what what's name went to a small school and he top 3 pick John Morant.
Right. But see, they spoil them kids like the Kentucky's, Michigan State. They spoil the kids with the gear, the fans, and you know what I'm saying. So when you go on a visit to one of them schools and you see the facilities and you see the type of experience, overall experience, I think that plays a big part. It would just take somebody that's willing to take that sacrifice because you go to the black colleges, you may not have the same type of facilities or the gear or you know what I'm
even
saying,
like the size and stuff. Everybody is smaller,
and then they get them. I mean, they don't really tell you about it, but they get little stipends. You know what I'm saying? Some colleges they give you $1,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? So you go to HBCU.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna happen one day, man. I'm just waiting, man, because like I said, imagine Fab Five go to, you know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy. So you went to Lane. You did your 2 years there. How was your career there? Like playing wise, did you flourish?
It was good. Yeah. My junior year, I did better than my senior year. My junior year, I started, kind of close to double doubles.
Okay.
And my senior year, they brought in another guy from the area that kind of played the same position as me. So we kind of
split time.
Split time or what have you. You know, and I'll be honest with you, man. I got caught up in a relationship that kind of took my time away from my game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was spending more time in that relationship and chasing behind her compared to focusing on getting up early, getting my conditioning in, getting up extra shots, and I think I had a chance of maybe playing overseas or doing something if that didn't hinder
me. Girls are always the reason.
I tell my players, I told my son about that story a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because I coach girls and boys, and we got practice with my girls, and one particular girl just looking at this boy the whole time. I'm like, hey, I'm over here. Like one thing I'm like, y'all understand these people you in a relationship with, your friends, in 2 or 3 years you won't even know these people no more. Like you gotta focus, like, cause that was my whole thing, man. Girls, like, I went to like I said, I went to an all-white school basically, and once I went to Southeastern, I was like, oh my God, I ain't seen this many black girls in forever. so that's another reason why my grades dropped, man, because I was so focused on, damn, what I'm gonna wear today and this, that, and third.
You can't wear the same thing.
So you say the girl kind of took your drive away as far as getting better and stuff.
Yeah, it did.
So
hindsight,
hearing your story, man, it seemed like if you would have just had started a little earlier, maybe things would probably been a different outcome in your playing career.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's what. Like I say, I tell my son, man, you got to work hard every day. And you gotta be dedicated to the game if you want to, because there's 1,000 other people within your city that want to make the league just like you.
Most definitely.
So you said you didn't play after college. So you said you could have went overseas.
If I would have been a little bit more dedicated and focused, during my college.
Yeah, you would have been over there.
Yeah, I think so.
So college over with, you back home. What's in your mindset? Like what's
actually, once I graduated from Lane, I went to grad school. A school called Free Hardeman University, and I was working at a juvenile facility.
Okay. What did you major in when you was in college?
I majored in education, history education.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I was trying to get my master's, that's when I met my wife, and and then I started coaching at the YMCA. That's how I started coaching.
That's what I was going to ask you too.
Yeah, I started coaching. Yeah.
YMCA, where at?
In Jackson, Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah, Jackson, Tennessee, and I really fell in love with coaching in high school though. Like I didn't really know it, but I became really intrigued, and I would kind of thought in the back of my mind that I may become a coach. But if I can share a quick story. Eastern Michigan. I went to Eastern Michigan camp. Eastern Michigan used to have the best basketball camp where all the top players went. Yeah. Back I think going into my junior year, and at this camp, the coaches asked me. I guess they saw something in me. One of the coaches had to leave early. Yeah. So they was like, man, you mind coaching one of the younger teams? Yeah. Coach had to leave or what have you. Yeah. I'm like, damn. So I'm like, all right, I'll coach him, man. So started coaching them that evening. And the kids seemed to be drawn to me. I was telling them what to do. Yeah. What kind of defense to play, and we end up winning the championship. I think it was maybe 12 and under or whatever.
So you're like, oh man.
Yeah. So that kind of sparked my interest at that time. Going into my 11th grade year of coaching.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing. You say it was in you, but you didn't know. Right. Yeah. And even I remember my mom telling me, because my brother playing, she's like, Shad, you should be a coach. Like, I can hoop. I ain't coaching. Like, I know how to hoop. I feel like it was a diss a little bit. You trying to say I can't play basketball? But it wasn't that I was coaching my brothers. Like, I would just own them. And man, you need to, do this, do that. If I would have knew what I know now, then maybe I could have been, having in the gym a little more and stuff like that. But back then, I was so interested in basketball, I couldn't miss no games. I'm watching everything. I could watch the little kids play, older kids play. It's like, I just love basketball. I love being around it. And you say, that's how I think I was. I fell in love with it. And my first time coaching ever was at a YMCA game. Okay. And Malcolm probably don't even remember. He was probably, his first time playing, he was like 8 years old, 7 years old. And the coach didn't show up. So me and this other kid coached them, and we 14, 15. So I'm like, man, maybe it's something I can do in the future, man. So you at the YMCA, you was coaching little kids or?
Coaching little kids. Again, somebody asked me, is would you be interested? Yeah. And I decided to do it and kind of,
stick with that. So you stuck with it since then?
Yeah, stuck with it ever since then.
Okay, so you said you was in Tennessee then?
I was in Tennessee.
So then, what was coaching like? When did you start your coaching career in the States, in Michigan?
Let's see, 2001. I always knew I was gonna come back to Detroit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. What made you come back? Well, because like I said, a lot of people, when they leave, they try to stay away. Yeah. I was coaching. I ended up getting a job in Covington, Tennessee, this rural town. Okay. Kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And I was coaching JV. I think I was coaching JV, and I was teaching middle school basketball. I was teaching middle school history. Okay. And my wife, she came there and was she was teaching as well. But I had got a young lady pregnant prior to meeting my wife. Oh wow! Yeah, and at Lane homecoming. Yeah, I got it. We had a relationship.
So you and your wife, y'all just starting to talk.
Yeah. Okay. And so she was happened to be from Detroit. Yeah. And so I had a son. My son Charles. Okay. And that's what made me really come back to Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
So how you just started a relationship with your wife at the time?
Yeah.
How do she take this news, man? Like,
oh man, she was a blessing, man. Because most women be like, nah,
you know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because she went through me. I mean, was with me like right when he was like born. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she was real cool with it, man, and she helped raise my son. You know,
man. So right then, you knew right then. Oh, this the one right here.
And she loved basketball. She played high school basketball. And, you know, she got an acumen for the game.
Yeah, because ain't too many women gonna stay back home. You got new kids. We just, I'm out. I'm cool. Yeah. Good luck.
yeah. So
that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I'm happy about that because ain't too many times ain't too many people can meet that right one, man. Sometimes we settle, and for you to know at an early age that this the one right there, and she was with you through a situation that most people would turn their back on. Yeah. Okay, so you moved back here. You say 2001.
2001.
And where you at culture wise then?
So I came back.
I remember a girl I was talking to because you coached at Northern before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a girl I was talking to like she knew about you and Coach Tyson and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I actually came back in the spring and went to like every school I could think of to ask them. Do they got any coaching positions? Okay, I'll be assistant coach. Yeah. Volunteer. I didn't care. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to coach in the city and teach in the city. Yeah. And at that time, I was certified to become, a teacher, what have you. Okay. So I didn't get nobody was interested. Man. Nobody said, we'll call you back or nothing. So I went to a teacher's fair like in April. And I sat down with Mr. Harris. He was the principal at Northern. Okay. So I got to tell him about my background, a little bit about myself. And so after I got done talking to him, he was like, I want to offer you that. I was like 25 at this time. He was like, I want to offer you the head coaching job at Northern High School. Yeah, man. In the teacher position. I'm like, what?
Hey, that's big.
That was real big. Yeah. Same school Derek Coleman went to. And I always looked up to like Northern High School for like the program. Coaching, so I was like super excited. That was a heck of an opportunity for a young fella.
Most definitely.
And at that time, I was the youngest coach in the PSL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So how was it there? Like, how many years did you spend at Northern?
6 years. 6
years?
Yeah, I loved it at Northern, man. It was a community type program where we had great crowd support. The community, we had a whole lot of different neighborhoods in the school. We had 12th Street. Yeah. We had North End. Yeah, we had 6 Mile. We had Davidson.
Yeah, it was rough.
We had some 7 Mile guys in there, some Linwood guys. So it was rough though, in terms of the fights and stuff like that, man. The gang violence, the shootings and stuff like that. But overall, to me, it was a good experience. I thought I was very impactful in what I was doing.
Yeah. So, because that's what I was going to ask you. How big is relationship building when it comes to coaching? And your kids, like, is it just strictly basketball, or do you try to keep those relationships even after basketball is over?
Yeah, that's what I kind of hang my hat on, is just the relationship building with my guys and just within the community as well. Yeah, that's real big to me, and I tell them that from day one. If you guys stick it out and work hard, you'll have a friend, a coach for life.
Because even like I said, me starting, I just started 3 years ago. Like, that's how I am too, man. I try to make sure, because a lot of times the kids, they love you. Once they become, saying, it's not just about player coach. It's kind of like y'all become family. Yeah. So I try to keep those relationships, check on them, make sure grades right, family right, stuff like that. Right. So at Northern, did you guys accomplish anything as far as like
every year we got better. Like when I first got there, we won like 6 games. And, you know what I'm saying, we kind of struggled. I thought we had some pretty good teams. But every year we got better. The second year we won 8 games. Third year we won 10 games. And right before the school closed, we probably was going to have one of the best teams I ever had. We probably would have contended for the city and state. But it closed in 2007. I had a guy named Marquise Kane. I had a guy named Hakeem Whitehead. I had a big fella, Antonio Martin, Mike Fox. We was loaded. Y'all building, yeah, we was loaded, and we so happened to close.
Because that was like, because that was when a lot of schools was closing at the time. Was it? What you guys? You always making enough money, or?
I blame it on our principal at that time, and he put some dumb policy together, man. It said that if you were absent 15 days
Mm-hmm.
that you would automatically fail that class in a semester.
Okay.
And given, kids' circumstances, man, having to babysit, having to take 2 or 3 buses, kids is going to be absent from time to time. So if you're absent once a week, that means you was going to fail.
Yeah.
So what happened was once kids got those 15 absences, they just stopped coming to school.
Yeah, because they already knew it was, I was going to have to get help back,
So our numbers went down a little bit. When I got there, we started at maybe 1,800 students. Mm-hmm. And then when they put this clown as the principal, man, we went down to like 900 kids. Mm-hmm. And the test scores wasn't that good as well. So that kind of...
Now, I know you say y'all getting better each year by year. Sometimes that's even better than just winning a championship or accolades. Just seeing that, hey, I made improvements each year. Because like I say, going back to me with the girls where I'm down with right now, they won no games. Tryouts, they can't even make a layup. Mm-hmm. Now the whole team making layups. I'm like, to me, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something. But hey, Coach Shad taught me how to lay a ball up. So, Northern, you done? The school closed. Is that when you go to King?
Yeah. So, my dream job was the head coach at King High School.
Yeah, because even me growing up, I think everybody in the city wanted to go to King. Like it was a King or Cass at the school that you wanted to go to attend.
So I had a conversation with Benny White. Okay. Benny White was a legend at Northern.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So he went to Northern.
He went to Northern.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was all state. He was all everything at Northern.
Okay.
And he was the head coach at King. And I went to King.
Yeah, and you were
coaching at Northern.
Yeah, so y'all kind of.
You know what I'm saying? So we had a nice little mutual relationship and knew that.
Yeah.
And I went to him like, Coach, you know what I'm saying? I was like, do you need some help? Yeah. He's like, I got a few guys I think, could contribute and help. Mm-hmm. So I brought my guys over to King. Like
because then you bring, what, Nut?
Nut.
You brought him over. Yeah, Kamal told me a couple of guys that came over from Northern. Yeah.
Guy named Trice, Marquise Trice. Mm-hmm. Anton Robertson, who's kind of helping me.
Okay.
You remember Tex?
Yeah, I remember Tex. Yep.
Yep, I brought him and Antonio Martin, who actually won a state championship with the football team. Okay. I brought him over as well.
Yeah. So you had some. Yeah. So you helped him out. Not just bringing you, but you brought some players and stuff.
Have you heard about Antonio Martin? Big Ant. Well, he got shot like maybe what was that in 2009? He was shot like he was doing security at a club.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, and real great guy, man. One of the most humble, like great kid. He like 350 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But real humble, quiet guy, man. And he's actually going to the Paralympics. This guy benching like 550.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm real proud of him, man.
That's what's up.
He doing great things. Got a nice family and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you assistant over there and stuff. You with Coach White. How long was you his assistant?
3 years.
3 years. Yeah. And that go back to our story with, me meeting you and my mom and stuff, and you meet Malcolm and stuff like that. And during that time, y'all had like a okay squad, but y'all was kind of like on the rebuild. Seemed like.
Yeah.
I know that first year Malcolm was there, y'all struggled that year.
Yeah.
And then I remember, I think you took over as head coach Malcolm sophomore year, right?
No, his junior year.
Junior year?
Yeah.
You sure? Oh yeah, you're right.
His junior year.
Okay. So how was that, man? Like you said, Coach White is a legend and stuff like that. Everybody know him. Did you feel like it was pressure taking over as the head coach of King, knowing everything that he has done for King? Like I gotta keep this going. You know what I'm saying? This is my dream job. I'm coming behind this guy who's known all over Detroit. As the coach for King.
I think if I came from somewhere else, I probably would have felt that pressure. But by me already being there,
and building a relationship.
Yeah,
with
I
him
felt like I was just as integral in the program as he was to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I ain't really feel that pressure, and like my relationship with the guys was so tight. Yeah. Because as an assistant coach, you kind of have a different. Role.
Because most of the time players come to assistant coach before they come to the head coach. Yeah. And you already know you're a younger guy and stuff like that, so they can kind of relate to you a little bit more. Yeah, because y'all had a straight squad, man. I remember one particular game. I think you were still assistant coach at the time when y'all played Persian, and they had that's my first time seeing Keith Applin. Yeah. I heard the hype. I'm like, he can't be that good, like, because they had him. They had I think Juwan Howard's son. Yeah. And when I seen him, I'm like, oh, he pretty good. Yeah. They had Juwan Howard's son. Then I think they had Knicks.
Yeah, that was Malcolm's sophomore year.
Yeah. And that's when
we played at Renaissance.
Yeah, man.
And that was the dunk that was heard around the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because once they took the charge and Keith Applin, I think his knee was almost at his forehead. It was so bad. My mom even jumped out her seat like, oh.
Yeah, we should have won that game, man.
No, because y'all was undefeated at the time. Y'all was undefeated at the time.
Undefeated.
And they was the most talked about school, so that's why everybody came to that game. I remember that dunk, man. It's funny you say that. I remember that dunk, man.
People was doing jumping jacks, running out the door.
Man.
It was crazy. We was up like 10 points.
Yeah.
On Persian.
Yeah, man, because Persian
that dunk basically
shut everything down.
It swung the momentum.
It's crazy how a play can do that. A play can do that. Yeah, because the person, if you get crossed up or dunked on, you trying to come back, and it kind of and the whole crowd messed everything up by, like I said, jumping on the court, man. That was a nice squad, man. I feel bad that Keith kind of been doing some little, messing up his career a little bit with a couple of things.
I kind of blame Malcolm and Malik on that on that play, because they were supposed to close the gap. I think Malik was on one elbow, Malcolm was on one other elbow. They were supposed to close the gap. They just kind of reached in,
split it,
and went right through.
Man, you had to see a dunk, man.
They sound like a dummy.
Then when you took the charge, it was kind of like how when Derek Fisher took that charge on Corey Brewer that time, it was like forehead, knee. So that was a good year, man. Like I said, you had a good squad, man. You had Malcolm, you had Norfleet, you had Malik, you had
we had the twins that year. That was twins. Really good.
Yeah, good. You had a good squad, man.
You had Kevin. What was Kevin last name? Kevin Jackson. Kevin Thomas. Yeah. Mario Glimpse.
Mm-hmm. So you feel like did you feel like you did pretty good as the successor of Coach White when you was at King?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, because you guys won a city championship.
Yep, 2012.
That's when y'all beat K Fielder when he was at Persian.
Yeah, they was ranked like 15th in the country at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how was that, man?
But even the year after that though, we was good. Like junior year, we won third place.
Yeah, y'all did real good. Yeah.
We was like.
Because y'all
was like a
y'all supposed to win that. Y'all supposed to win
to the championship.
I never forget that.
I remember
Norfleet did the tag. We was at the game. Yeah. That game y'all should have won, man. Because it's like every game y'all played against Southeastern, y'all was close until the end. Because they had Percy, they had a nice team, but I felt like overall y'all probably had the better team. Yeah, Kearney. Yeah, they had a straight squad, but I felt like it was evenly matched, and y'all could have won some of those games, especially that game. I never forget that game, man. How was that as a coach? Like when you see one of your players do something, like why the hell did you do that? Why? What would you think?
It's hard to calm him down. I mean, you like that aggression and the passion that he plays with, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You know what I'm saying? So if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have even been in that position to go into overtime. So of course, it got bad at him. Like, what the hell you doing?
Yeah, what you do? Yeah, man. But that was some fun times, man. Watching those games and coming. I don't think I ever missed not one game, man. Coming to all the games and stuff like that, man. Even the summertime games when y'all was playing at the same and stuff like that, man.
That was fun time. We used to go up to the 4-H club, play against grown men. We used to go to St. Benedict, play against them grown men.
Now the one dunk you say, the dunk would keep happening, but I remember Malik his first play was a tip dunk on I forgot. I think y'all might have been playing Northern or whatever. No, Western. Yeah, he called a tip dunk over the whole team. And when you look at Malik, he don't even look like the type of person that can even jump. Yeah. He looked lazy. He just man, that boy had some.
I mean, his athleticism happened out of nowhere. It's like in a game. We no practices, no nothing. This is like in a game. We started tip dunking, dunking on fast breaks. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We was at Michigan State, bro. Michigan State, 9th grade summer, going to 10th grade. He started throwing the ball up, catching it. He tried to one time, missed. Second time he dunked that money, it was over.
Yeah, man.
Because he actually, what's unique about Malik was that he actually played JV his freshman year.
Yeah.
We put him out and Norfleet on varsity. Malik. Well, he might have still played.
I said, so what made y'all?
His grades, you know.
Malik, right?
And he was like real. He was real frowny too.
Yeah.
Malcolm and Norfleet was
kind of
stronger, and you know.
Yeah, cause I remember the first time I seen Norfleet. I'm like, he good, but cause I remember him and Malcolm was going at it in middle school and stuff like that. They been had a relationship and stuff and knew of each other. And I'm like, this dude, he good, but sometimes he just a little bit too.
Did y'all play together at one of them teams?
No, he played for the Magic.
Okay.
Him and Malik from Consortium played together.
Yeah, man. So you won the city championship for King. What year was that? Like 2000.
That was 2012.
Yeah, you won a city championship. How you feel, man? Bringing back a city championship. I know it's been a while since y'all had won.
That was big time. You know,
especially playing, like I said, one of the top schools.
It was like an underdog too, and it did something click with that team. Like they was all seniors, you know, veteran group, you know, but not really recognized like they probably should have been. Yeah. So, but something just clicked, man. I think it was like a practice. And it was a big ass fight. Like it was a guy named Corey Sumner. This guy came to King all city at Southwestern. Southwestern closed. His dad met with me. He was like, I want to bring my son to King. Yeah. So he came to King, but the kid hardly ever played. Yeah. And if you know anything about Norfleet, he's like a fucking bully. You know what I'm saying? So he would bully him like every practice, you know what I'm saying? And push him, punch him, you know, throw the ball at him. Yeah. So finally one practice he said, fuck this shit. So they get this scrapping. This is like right before the playoffs, man. I mean, they was like throwing them for real. Yeah. And I don't condone violence, but sometimes your team need that little spark. And from that moment, man, we was on like a roll. Because in the regular season, we lost to Crockett by like 20 at home.
That's when they had Lloyd, right?
Big Lloyd, And we played in the playoffs, and we beat them by like 20, like in the second round. And our momentum just kept going from there.
Okay. And you said you had a team full of seniors. So that next year, how was that? Like, was it kind of like a rebuilding stage, or did you guys start off young?
Yeah, that next year we had some talented players. Our JV had won a championship, and we had Tyrone Acuff, which is probably one of the most skilled players I ever coached.
I heard about him. Don't he have a little brother right now?
Tyson Acuff. That's that cat.
That's what
really good. Yeah. But Tyrone was 6'6" point guard for me.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, 6'6" point guard, and he could shoot it, could post. Can handle, you know what I'm saying? This need to work on his work ethic a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? But we had him, we had Davon Austin, which was a tough guy. He was a key contributor on the city championship team. Okay. We had Desmond Davis, little speedy point guard. We was pretty good that year.
All right, let me ask you this, man. Like, as you coached for a long time and stuff like that, how do you approach a season with a team that's not all the way there? Like, you know, it's gonna be a struggle. Like, as a coach, how do you keep them motivated, knowing that it might be a down season, a down year?
So that's what we coach for. You know, it's kind of like molding something into a statue. You know, day by day it get a little better. So that's what I thrive for, the process. You know what I'm saying? So, and you just got to get your guys into believing in what they need to work on. You know what I'm saying? So each day, whether it's defense, whether it's, you know, getting better shooting free throws, you work at them. Them deficiencies.
That's one thing I be, you know, because sometimes I break my brain sometime after a game, like man, like what can I do to make it? Sometimes, you know, as a coach, I'm quite sure there's been times you at home and you blame yourself, like what could I have done better, beating yourself up and stuff like that. Like, that's the only thing about coaching. It's a little frustrating because you always thinking of ways of how you can improve yourself and the kids. So you stopped coaching at King. Was it did you leave or was it?
No, I got fired. I got fired. Yeah.
I didn't want to say they give you the boot.
No, niggas fired me, man. No, what happened was and you know, I plan on writing a book in a few years too.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, we won the city championship 2012. I got fired 2014.
Yeah,
but it was some politics involved. You know, and I could have probably fought for my job. You know, but to me, I feel like God put me in a better position. You know, it was for a reason why I had to leave King. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, always, yeah.
So, you know, and it took me a while to get over that, though. You know?
Yeah, you like saying that's your dream job. Yeah. You went to King, you know what I'm saying? You won a city championship 2 years before.
Yeah.
So,
it was just my season was up there. Of course, I wanted to stay. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I said it was my dream job, but just in hindsight and the way I feel about it now and what's happened or transpired since I left King, I felt like it was a better move.
It was the best thing. Okay, so you get to Frederick Douglass. How was you excited to go there? Did you know about Frederick Douglass? Was you like, all right, it's a rebuilding stage for the school?
Right. Well, when I was at other places and I looked at Frederick Douglass, I was like, damn, I don't think I could coach them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All boys. You know, it's hard to get a kid to come to an all boys school.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, all boys school.
You know what I'm saying? With the misconceptions, and then they had the misconception that Frederick Douglass was like a alternative school, like all the bad kids.
Yeah, I thought that at first as well. Yeah.
The behavioral problems, kids that don't hardly come to school go to Frederick Douglass. So you know that's kind of what my conception of it was as well. So. Coach Shaheed is the athletic director there. Me and him been having a good relationship when I first started coaching, which is kind of rare because coaches nowadays, they don't really, like, you know, back in the day, coaches had a bond. They used to kick it, to go to the bars together, hoop together.
Yeah, now I see like it bumping heads, like
it ain't like that
against
no
each
more.
other a little bit.
So, but me and Coach Shaheed always been tight.
Okay.
So once he kind of heard about that situation, and also the principal at Frederick Douglass was one of my teachers at King. His name is Barry Greer.
Yeah.
And so they was like, man, that ain't right. You know, they called me and they was like, man, listen, you could come over here, teach gym, because I've been trying to teach gym at King for the longest.
Yeah.
Which would help me as a coach.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so for whatever reason, they didn't want me in the gym. They wanted me to teach history, which I was a good teacher doing that. But I'm trying to build this program over here. So they was like, man, you come over here, Frederick Douglass. We gonna first put you in the gym. You're gonna teach PE. Be the head coach. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you all the support you need. So
man, that's all you need is support, man.
Yeah, and you know, I was real comfortable with them. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, coming from where I came from. So I decided that was my best move.
Did you go at Frederick Douglass the following year after King, or was there a little gap in between?
I went 2014.
Oh, so that same year you was bounced right. You got the coaching job at Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, same year.
Okay, we can talk about Frederick Douglass, but it seemed like within your story, everything kind of connect between, you know, you build some good relationships to keep you, you know, saying on your feet as far as even with school, basketball, coaching, all that stuff. It's like you built a lot of good, strong connections with people. Yeah. Cause like I say, it's like somebody had, you know, saying, hey, I knew this person there.
Yeah.
So that,
and then even with Mr. Greer, he was my fraternity brother.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and so that kind of helped too.
Okay.
You know?
So Frederick Douglass was your first, you know, years of coaching there. Was like a building process. Would you guys? Did it take a while?
It was kind of tough because the year before they made it all the way to the Breslin.
Okay.
With Baby D, Real. You know, they had a really good team the year before I got there.
Okay.
And the coach there went to Wayne Memorial.
Okay.
You know, and that kind of opened up the position, the basketball coaching position for me. So they've always had a high standard in basketball at Frederick Douglass. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So and then that's your son. Pierre Brooks Jr.
Yeah.
He's playing for what? When did he start? When he started high school? What year?
He started 2016.
Okay, so you're head coach. Your son come in. How difficult is that coaching your son? I'm quite sure he played varsity his freshman year. Yeah. And like I said, I seen him at practices when you was coaching at King. He was a young fella then. How is it coaching and being equal to the other players with having your son on the team? Is it difficult?
I mean, at first it was real difficult, you know. I never thought that it was, what the guys thought it was like, oh, it's just the coach's kid. That's why he's on the team. That never,
because he had
I don't
talent.
think part of the equation, but, you know, I think a lot of times some kids are envious of him, with his dad being a coach and he being a featured player as a freshman. So his freshman year, I was pretty tough on him, and he caught it from the guys a little bit, being a freshman.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he had, to be honest with you, he had some of them shutdown moments.
Okay.
And I had that with a lot of my kids sometimes, where, you know, if things ain't going their way, they just, like, you know, I'm out here, but I ain't out here.
For real, yeah.
You know, I call those shutdown moments. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So he had a few of those his freshman year, you know, after I done gotten his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He not doing what was expected of him. And, you know, I think our relationship somewhat suffered that freshman
That's
year.
what I'm going to ask,
It was tough on him because as a freshman, we only had maybe 7 players on the team. He didn't have a whole lot of help, not to say that the other guys, you know, weren't that good. But he got boxing ones, double team, triple teams as a freshman. That could be somewhat frustrating, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So that freshman year was tough, man. And took a strain on our relationship. But, you know, his sophomore year got a lot better.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And even now, it's evolved where, you know, he has a lot more help. Me and him kind of separate the basketball from me being dad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So once we leave the gym, we don't talk about basketball no more. You
that's
know
a good thing.
So it's gotten a whole lot better.
Okay. Like when you coach him, sometimes when you first was coaching him, do you find yourself kind of like keying in on stuff that he doing and not the other kids? Like sometimes, you know, that's your son. Like, hey man, get this shit together.
I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that.
Cause like I said, I just volunteer coach my son, and sometimes I have to kind of like calm myself down. Like, hold on, man, I can't be going super hard on him, and then tell everybody else, hey, it'll be all right, it'll be okay. But then I tell my son, what the fuck you doing? So
but what I found is, okay, if I'm super hard on my son and cuss him out and, you know, be real tough on him, then, you know, shit, you can't say nothing if I'm real tough on you too.
Yeah,
you know
you can't.
Yeah,
you're saying you playing the equal. Yeah.
So and he's learned, because at first he would like wear his emotion on his sleeve. I get on him, he would like one of them shutdown moments. But now, I don't know, we had a conversation like, if I'm getting on to you, you know what I'm saying, it's for a reason. And if the guy see you respond in a certain way, it's gonna make it bad for the whole team.
Exactly.
So you gotta have thick skin.
I'm
gonna cuss you out. I'm gonna be tough on you. You just gotta have thick skin. So he's a lot better with that. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had a shutdown moment in a while.
Okay. So last year, how did you guys do record-wise last year?
Well, last year, man, with his notoriety, his recognition and things, guys have been wanting to come to Frederick Douglass now. So we got some guys that transferred in.
Okay.
And, you know, got some talent. You know
so
what I'm saying?
This looking like a big year for you guys this year?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we got expectations to win the city state championship this year. That's what our expectations is that every year.
Yeah.
But of course, it's a little realistic. More in some years. Yeah.
Do you enjoy seeing your son get this recognition? Like, that's your son. You got your name. Like, how is that process with him? You know, everybody talking about him. I'm quite sure whenever he walk into the gym, all eyes on him. Once you get to, you know what I'm saying, knowing, once you get to hearing conversations around, you know who's good before you even meet the player. And, you know, I hear your son get talked about with a couple other kids. How do you feel like with your son getting this, you know what I'm saying, attention that he's getting right now?
Well, to me, I mean, I just knowing what he's had to endure and the work that he puts in, I mean, I think everything come his way, he deserve it. You know what I'm saying? From the early mornings to running the hill, to the weights, to the training that he does with different trainers, traveling across the country, you know, the sacrifices that he made to be away from his family. I think everything that he's gone through and sacrifices that he made, everything's coming his way. He deserves, you know, and I've seen it firsthand.
I'm seeing him getting a lot of looks, man. Michigan State, Butler, Missouri, a lot of schools looking his way. And how important is that once that time comes to make a decision on school? Because a lot of schools can break your career, make your career. You know what I'm saying? You got to pick that right school that's going to fit you.
Most definitely. Like with his high school decision, it wasn't a given that he was coming to Frederick Douglass.
Okay.
He actually played for UAD for the whole summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played for UAD. That was the plan. He was going there. You know, and that was a big time. Well, it was stressful making that decision. You know what I'm saying? How can you go to another school? Your dad coaching. Yeah. So, but we just knew as parents, you know, that this could determine where his life goes. So, you know, we wanted to make the best decision, basketball-wise, academic-wise, you know, social, everything we took into account. But at the end of the day, you know, right before it was time for him to go to school, he was like, nah, I want to go play for my dad. Yeah. So, you know, after a little coercing, you know, with my wife or what have you, he decided to come to Frederick Douglas. So that's the same thing with college, you know, that's going to be
what you guys going to look into as far as decision making as far as the college once that time comes? Yeah,
I mean, kind of the same thing. Like me and this mom big on academics. My wife is a principal. You know, so that's her big thing is making sure that the academics are up to par in terms of whatever he want to major in. Yeah. They got the support for him academic wise, and of course, me being a coach, I look at more the basketball part of it. You know, so and then the social aspect. You know, they party and get down at all the colleges, but we don't want it to be like a school where
that's all.
That's you know, that's all they doing too. So it's a lot of factors.
Okay.
But I think ultimately he gonna be 18 years old. He
can make the
the decision where he wants to go.
And so I was talking to Malcolm about it. Who do you compare his game to, like league wise? I was watching him. He on little highlights and stuff. It's like he can get to the spot when he wants to. He got a nice pull up game. Oh, man. He got a nice. You know, he got a nice pull up game. He can post up. Yeah. And Malcolm was saying like he kind of remind him like a Aaron Gordon from Orlando. And stuff like that. He can get to the spots. He's long. Like, who do you compare his game to, if you had to?
That's tough.
Cause I see he got like a little Dame stepper to him, but you know, his game is kind of like it's relaxed. Like he don't rush.
Somebody was saying the other day, my man from Utah,
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell a little bit, you know. But then, you know, he can post too. He
definitely can post. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of hard. He compares himself to the guy at Boston, the tall, light skinned guy.
Oh yeah, Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum. Yeah. Because he can kind of do a little bit of everything too with the post up. He can drive, shoot it.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let me ask you this: your son, you know, he got this year and next year in high school. Have you ever thought about making that step and being a college coach?
Yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, since I've been coaching, I've thought about.
Is that like the ultimate goal for you?
At this stage of my career, I mean, I kind of look at it on what my calling is. I think right now my best fit is to like help kids in the city. Yeah. To kind of help them achieve their goals and be a mentor for, you know, young kids, like high school kids. But that's not to say that, you know, one day I won't coach in the college ranks. You know, I think that's what, you know, not the ultimate, but, you know, aspiration or goal that high school coaches try to seek for.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a couple other questions, man. Kind of separate from it still got something to do with basketball stuff, but how do you feel about AAU? Like when I'm looking at things, like I'm on this little page with AAU and stuff, and these dudes be arguing with each other about kids. Like these are like not even high school kids, these middle school kids. Right. How do you feel with AAU? Do you feel like AAU help kids in a way, depending on what situation they're in, or do it hurt sometimes?
Yeah. I think it helps on a high school level if they're being exposed or playing in the right type of tournaments. You know, from my experience, it's not a lot of development on an individual level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure there is some programs that's out there that's working with their kids on their ball handling, but for the most part, I think AAU is for, you know, just the
just the cool thing, and throwing it, because like I see a lot of kids, they play for this team one day, this team the next day. You know, they just put them together and throw them in a tournament and play. Yeah,
but you know, I actually coach with the family with my son.
Oh, you coach with the family? Okay.
Yeah, I coach with the family. I'm assistant coach with Sean Moore. We got a great coaching staff. We got Sean Moore, who coaches at Waterford. We got Terrence Porter, who coaches at Farmington. Okay. And we got Duran Shepard, who won some state championship at DePore. So you know, we got a good coaching staff, and they know what they're doing too. You know what I'm saying?
And family, like I said, family is well known. Yeah, they've been around forever and stuff.
Because I think a lot of times with the younger levels of AAU, you find like dads coaching. You know, yeah, I'm a dad. I coach, but a lot of times with the AAU, you coaching because of your son and you want your son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I kind of want to do both. I kind of want to do it just because of my son, but I love coaching.
Yeah,
I love coaching kids and stuff like that, man. I enjoy it a lot. Okay, so like I said, with the whole AAU stuff, you got you got some bad coaches, but also you got some bad parents.
Yeah.
How do you go about the parents when you coaching? Because you always gonna get that. Like I tell my team, no matter if you win or lose, somebody's gonna be upset with you.
Right.
Parents, players not getting enough playing time. How do you deal with those difficult parents, man?
Yeah, that's
like that's
the subject. But you gotta lay down the framework of what you expect. Like I know we have a parent meeting in the beginning of the season, and I got a list of things of what is expected. Decorum at the games. If you mad about your son playing time or something that's going on, got the 24-hour rule. So if you pissed, don't come talking to me after a game.
Yeah, wait,
you know what I'm saying? Wait 24 hours and then we'll talk. After that, you know what I'm saying. So you kind of got to lay down that framework. And I'm the type of guy, man. I'm sitting here spending all this time with your son. Spending time away from my family for hardly anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, understand that. So I'm the type of guy, hey, I'm gonna tell you how it is. You know what I'm saying? Your son ain't shit, really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can't play that good. So that's why he not playing right now. You know what I'm saying? Tell him to work on his game.
Yeah.
So I've learned to kind of, do a little bit better job. I used to have Coach Tyson with me. Yeah. I used to kind of let him work with the parents. He was a little bit more diplomatic than me. Yeah. But that kind of got me in trouble with King, though. Parents started
complaining about playing.
Guys at the end of the bench, can't play that good. Their mom get to talking to the administration. They want to have sit downs. Yeah. So the parents, and that's like kind of like crazy because when I first started coaching, you didn't see that.
Yeah.
I consider myself a young guy, so you see a span of 10 to 15 years in which parents have become a lot, more and more irate about things, relevant to basketball.
Yeah. Because right now a lot of parents, they living their dream through their kid. Yeah. So they just expecting like, shit, my son better play. Right. This, that, and the third. And that's one thing I felt like when I was coaching, I had a hard time my first year was, I'm new. So I'm like, I'm trying to get everybody to play. I'm trying to please everybody. And at the end of the day, it kind of made I made poor decisions by trying to make sure, okay, you get in. You ain't get in, you get in. Yeah. And stuff like that. And then following year, like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to put in the players who need to be in. And we went in by a nice amount, or we getting our ass whooped, and I'll put the 12 or 11 man in the game then.
Man, it's all about competing to me, man. I mean, okay, you part of a team. You're gonna learn some things just being part of a team. But when it's all said and done, I'm being judged and evaluated on how many wins I get. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's the one thing that hurt. That's the only thing I would say right now that I hate about coaching. Just like trying to please everybody, man.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's the only thing, trying to please everybody and trying to make everybody happy, because at the end of the day you can't do it. Yeah. And that's the whole, like I said, parents gonna be mad, kids gonna be mad. Right. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. So with that, with bad parents and stuff, man. So you say you got an open door, but you say 24 hours, then you talk to them and stuff like that.
Yeah. What? And then too, like I've been that parent too where I was infuriated with a coach with my son. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you not in? But as a coach, I know, like, I'm not about to yell out, man, put my son in, and you know, what you doing? Yeah. So you gotta show some restraint, even though you might be upset. That's making you look bad. Your son is uncomfortable now. It's just an overall bad situation when that happens, and I've been in that situation a few times. Okay. Parents yelling out, and,
pissed off, cussing you out, complaining. Yeah. So you say you assistant for AAU and you coaching during the year. Mm-hmm. Do that ever put a strain on your relationship with your wife? Like, do you ever feel like you spend too much time away from home? Or does she be like, hold on, when you gonna be at home? God damn it! Like,
yeah, well, my wife is a basketball junkie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So she know more about what's going on the AAU circuit and high school, what team is doing well. So that's kind of helped out. But in the beginning, it was real rocky.
Yeah.
You know,
why you wanted
that honeymoon stage? They want you all to themselves.
Exactly.
More time. But as the years have progressed, she understood that this is my passion and the time that it takes or that's involved if you want to be successful. So she's been a lot more understanding. As time going on, and her son is part of this now, so she's a lot more understanding now.
Yeah, it's funny, man, because like I said, my fiance be like, "Hold on, you just coaching? Like you want to? Like, come on, man, I love this."
Yeah.
So, what advice would you give a up and coming coach since you've been doing it for a long time yourself? What advice would you give somebody just starting to coach or thinking about coaching?
Yeah, to me, is all about building relationships. And working on your craft, you know what I'm saying? So I always tell my players, I'm still a student in the game. I mean, I'm still, learning and working on being a better coach, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how old you get, you can still learn things. But yeah, that building relationships, going out to different practices and, talking to people and going into the college practices. When I first got the King job, I went to Vegas to a coach's clinic. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I need to go and sharpen up on my, my skills as a coach. You know what I'm saying? So
you had told me about that. You sent me some information as far as a coach's clinic. I was talking to you about it.
Yep, that's very important.
Okay, and one thing, how would you compare first year Coach Brooks to right now? Like, what's the same and what's like just totally different about you?
I was kind of a hothead when I first started. I would text all the time. I always thought everybody was against me.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit more mature in terms of, I realized that my actions are reflective of my players. So if I'm a hothead, getting tech throughout the game, and my kids feed off that and see that, and they resemble what I do. So I've learned to become a little bit more mild-mannered, a little bit more, reserved when I'm dealing with refs or dealing with situations and huddles and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. We got this one thing, man. I do it called top 3.
All right.
So let me get your top 3 Detroit Hoopers of all time. Your personal.
3 Detroit Hoopers. This had to be somebody I've seen, right?
It could be somebody you've seen or just somebody you watched.
Top 3. I'm gonna say, wow. I'm gonna say Jalen Rose.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Derek Coleman. And I'm gonna say, wow, Steve Smith.
Steve Smith was a beast, man. Steve Smith was a beast, man.
Yeah.
All right, just your top 3 NBA players overall.
LeBron. Kawhi. You talking about now or?
It could be now and all time. We do our top 3 right now. LeBron, Kawhi.
Nah, I'm gonna say Steve Smith, LeBron, and Isaiah Thomas.
That's all time?
All time.
I love Isaiah Thomas, man, but dang, where Kobe at, man?
Yeah, I like Kobe too, but
man.
Isaiah, he a legend, man.
Yeah, my top
Steve Smith, when I was coming up, everybody was trying to be like Steve Smith.
Yeah, the Smitty.
Yeah, his mannerisms, everything. Everybody wanted to be like
I think people don't really
Smitty,
think about Steve Smith like that, man, but he was a beast, man. He was a great player. And Isaiah Thomas, to me, that's my favorite point guard ever. Like Isaiah Thomas probably was probably the only scoring point guard to win a championship as a leader. You know what I'm saying? You can't really think of nobody else. So, Steph Curry, but he had Clay, he had KD and stuff like that. But Isaiah Thomas, as a scoring point guard, Isaiah Thomas was the truth. I don't think nobody really know about Isaiah like that. They gotta watch them highlights, man.
I think he just embodies the city of Detroit with his toughness and grit.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
He gonna punch you. He gonna lock you down. He gonna do whatever, man.
That's why I think the streets is talking about D Rose the way, you know what I'm saying?
D Rose, oh yeah, man.
Got some of them.
Yeah, for sure,
qualities,
man. For sure. So you mentioned Kawhi. You like Kawhi Leonard game?
I do.
Yeah,
I think
and his offense starting to catch up with his defense now. Like I was watching the game the other day, I'm like, man, it's ridiculous how he get to his spots and like he got some of that Kobe game in him with the little post up moves and mid range game. Yeah, beast, man. All right, top three movies.
Top 3 movies: Scarface, Love Jones, and Karate Kid.
Okay.
The first one.
All right. Top 3 TV shows.
Top 3 TV shows: Sanford and Son.
Oh yeah, you legit.
Sanford and Son, Good Times, and Miami Vice.
Okay. No, Martin. Martin.
If I had the top 4, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If I had the top 4.
Yeah, man, Sanford Son, man. My mom and dad, man, I grew up on Sanford Son, man. And Good Times was good, but I hate how Florida kept them in the hood, man. Like every time he had a chance,
when they gonna leave, right?
Yeah, every time he had a chance, like this ain't good, James. Like, come on.
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Top 3 foods.
Damn, I went to Benihana last night. Yeah, Benihana. Like you talking about like a specific dish or?
It could be a dish, restaurant.
Oh yeah. Benihana's. Let's see what else. Let's see, fried chicken. And lasagna.
Okay, solid. All right, we got 2 more, then we done with this top 3. Top 3 childhood crush.
Ooh, you trying to get me in
No,
trouble,
hey, that's why I said childhood.
Childhood crush.
Yeah, that's why I said childhood.
Miss Garcia in my my Spanish teacher. Who else? Felicia Rashad on the Cosby
She
Show.
probably the best. She probably the top TV mom ever. I don't think no other TV mom is better than her.
Yup, and who else? Probably Janet Jackson.
Okay. Then since we doing basketball, we're gonna end the top 3 basketball movies. If you have a top 3 basketball movies.
Yeah. Loving Basketball. Blue Streaks.
Okay, that was a jump.
And Coach Carter.
Okay. Yeah, I was watching White Man Can't Jump the other day, man. Wesley was traveling his ass off. There's one time he did like the 360, but I'm like, dog, Wesley was
back then it looked like, oh, they could hoop, but now you look at it like, man.
Yeah, Blue Streak was the first basketball movie I think I ever watched, man.
Oh, yeah,
that's when I first seen Penny Hardaway, like, man, this dude is a beast. Yeah. All right, we usually end it off on something else, but you're a coach, you're in professionals with the kids, so I can't end it off like that. So we're going to end it off like the first coach to just bust your ass, like just to give your team the business. You like, man, I don't like this dude. Like really got me. Like
you talking about going against a different coach or
yeah.
coach. So when I was at Northern, I think this is my first year. We played in the Christmas Classic at UAD, and we played against De La Salle.
Okay.
And they had, Coach Essler is a really renowned coach or what have you. I didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
So, I got my, my black guys, we, dunking the ball in the layup line. So I look down at them, like slow white kids. They missing layups in the layup line. I'm like, I told my coach, I'm like, we about to bust their ass. We good.
Yeah.
So when we got to playing De La Salle, man, they was backdooring. Man. Playing tough, diving everywhere. Yeah. They end up beating us by like 35 points, man. They end up beating us by 35. So that was like a real humbling experience for me. And I tell my guys all the time, don't be looking down there thinking that they can't play because they white or slow or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
because one time I made that mistake too, looking at the layup, I'm like, they ain't missing layups. We good. We got there. Rap. It's over. Yeah. Was there ever a coach that like kind of like got the best of you, but then you figure out in this game you got back at him?
Yeah, Coach Essler.
Okay. So the next game you got back?
Well, not the next game, but we played them 2012 in the regional.
And you remember that game?
Yeah. And so we end up beating them by like 25.
Yeah.
You heard about that game? The fans were saying flip our burgers. They was like chanting like flip our burgers.
No, I ain't hear about that.
Yeah, it was like a big thing. It was on the news and everything.
Oh man, damn.
It's kind of like some racist stuff, but we end up having a little dialogue. They came over to our school about it. Yeah.
Okay, man. All right, man. Well, shoot, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, gave people a lot of knowledge. It's my first time having a coach on the show, so that's what's up, man. I got to really talk about basketball instead of the other stuff we've been talking about. Right. So it was a little different, man. Can people follow you on Facebook and social media?
Yep. I'm on on Instagram. I'm at Coach Brooks 21, Coach Brooks 21, and on Twitter I am Coach Brooks 21 as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. Hey, good luck on the season, man. Hope you guys win a state championship, city championship, all that.
I appreciate it.
And I'm definitely gonna come in and check one of your practices out one of these days, man.
Okay, cool.
Nice having you, man.
All right, thanks, man.